If your track always sounds good as a loop but falls apart when you try to finish it, you're probably making one of these mistakes. So this is a track that looks like a loop, an 8-minute loop, and this is how a track should look like. A really good, well arranged track should look like. Spot the difference? So the first is the loop syndrome. So, like the name says it, is when you have a really cool loop like this, but you extend it through the whole track. No changes, no nothing. You like it so much that you get stuck in it and it doesn't may have any changes. And while for a moment could be cool, after a while it could make people go crazy. Let me show you something. If I advance through this track, like wherever I put it, it sounds almost the same, right? Difference is here, where I every 8 or 16 bars I make some kind of change. For example, here after 8 bars came this instruments, then after the other 8 bars this one, then after the 16 bars here there comes a, before the 16 bar mark here there comes a little drop here, and all that throughout the track. Like let me show you, here there is a drop, here everything starts to build up, there's a little drop there, melody comes, you see, every 8 to 16 bars I make some kind of change. Like for example here, next 16 bars this comes, and this comes, after 8 bars like this comes, and then 8 bars afterwards come this, and then this, and then making like maybe drops here. So you see, changes, some instruments come, some instruments go, and but I keep it changing. So sometimes it's not just adding instruments, just finding where you can take them away. Okay, like for example here, here, and interchange them. So that's how to, one mistake of how to get away from looping syndrome. Next mistake that is together with this one is like everything sounding at the same time. You know, like if in a track everything sounds at the same time all the time, there is no change, there is no nothing. You need dark and lightness, you need contrast, you need things changing through time. So don't let every instrument play at the same time, and then don't just start adding and adding instruments to make it sound different. At the end it will be like a mess. Just check where you can take away stuff. See, like maybe you can take away, like for example, if I had this here, maybe I could take away like this part here. So this doesn't sound the same the whole way. I can take this part here, like this 8 bars here, right? And then maybe bring them back here. Then after 8 bars again, then take everything out again. And then just leave this one. And after 8 bars, then this one comes. And then after 16 bars, this goes away. But this comes, you know, like telling kind of a story. And that makes your arrangement not be that boring. For the third mistake is, yeah, no clear sections. What I mean with sections, like every story, every movie, every track has like an intro, build up, like some drop, or in electronic music, or like some peak point, and then everything starts to go smoothly go out again. Same as in electronic music. If you make everything the same all the whole time, you will miss that, the storytelling part, you know. So what do I mean with this? Like for example here, the track starts, few two instruments. Then this comes. Then after 16 bars, this comes. Bass. And then a drop. Then it starts to build up. The track starts slowly to build up, introducing all the instruments. Then it comes to a place where it's the development of the movie, where it's the peak times, the whole drops. You know, the interesting, the juicy part of the music of the movie. You know, like the middle part, and then at some point everything starts to go out again slowly. The instruments start to go away, say goodbye. Some of them stay with you a little while, and they leave you with your thoughts. Then everything comes up back again, but different, without the melody. You see, and that's how you slowly make an outro. The sounds start going away slowly, until I have a beautiful, nice little outro. You know, respect the listener from start to finish. It's a whole process. It's a whole experience. You have to take the person that's listening from start to finish through a whole story. Make them like think or dance or whatever you make them do with that, but make it clean. Make it have a beginning, a development, an end, and that makes a beautiful track. Another mistake that I see is or no transitions at all, or too many transitions. Like too more spice and too less spice. A transition could be a riser, like these things that rise in the sound, and then at the end they are loud, and then the drop comes. You know, like shh, boom, boom. That is one transition. In this track, I don't have this because it's like minimal. I wanted to keep it minimal, but even though if it's minimal, I have some transitions here. Like for example, check this hi-hat here. You know, I have this drop thing, and before it starts, you have two hi-hats. You know, you hear it here. That's a transition, a little transition that gives a little bit of spice to that part. For example, here, same, but the other way around. Also, two little hi-hats to say goodbye. Transitions sound perfect. You have to do them in the cycle. Like for example, I took this away here. The 8. It sounds like a little piece went away, but it's not like something different here again. And the 8 after that. But in DJing, you really need these things to be in one cycle. Like for example, let's try to do one here. I will delete my last beat. You know, that is one transition, for example. You know, deleting the last beat, and then it makes like a little break, and then it starts. Making a drum roll, like making a snare fill or whatever, a fill of a snare, a tom, the same kick. But use them, but don't use them all over the place, because then it's like too much. Try to find the balance, and to find the balance you have to practice. So small details, but they make a big difference. And for mistake number 5 is just really overthinking too much. Better done than perfect. Do your tracks, bring them to the end. Try to do this what I told you, and like try to make variations every 8 to 16 bars. Try to make a little bit of transitions. Don't be too abrupt in your changes. Try to not to make them out of their cycles or something like that. There's big changes in a track. Try to cut your structure, like your intro, your build up, everything. Try to have that in account, and it will go fine. But don't get too much crazy. Tracks don't have to be perfect. Just do it until the end that it sounds like nice, and then for the perfect part, you will develop it with the years. But if not, you will stay stuck in the same track forever and ever because it's not perfect. Like I say, I mean, maybe you don't agree with me, but like I say, better done than perfect. And if it's not this the perfect track you release it, maybe it's the next track you released. Every time you make something new, and every time it's better or different. And in one of these will come like the glory or the big breakthrough. And meanwhile, just keep releasing. People will like it anyway, and people will be really happy. There will be happy people with your music, man. So don't get it stuck. Keep that energy flowing. And yeah, better done than perfect. Don't think about it too much and just do it. So, if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, to hit that like button, the notification button, and see you on a next video. Bye bye and happy producing.